Man, what is going on? Someone has reported me. Let's see. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Raising Frequencies. Let me see if I can't do something about my. Oh, that didn't help. Um, no. Okay, I'm gonna wait for people to arrive, and I will bring them in. They've gone. They have shut me down on Facebook. Live stream. I've got the threat We're actually here. Can you believe it? I see Francine is here.
I'm here. Hi.
You are here and you are live. Oh my goodness. I'm having so many technical issues. Okay, let us going to turn this down here. Maybe just make it go away. See if I can't get myself on here. Oh, here I am. Oh my goodness, what a day! What a day! Facebook is giving me such a hard time right now.
It's okay.
Listen, yeah, I don't give up so easy. So here we are on a final raising frequency. We're not on Facebook though this time, but
okay.
We are on Rumble and YouTube and X.
I'll share this on Facebook since I have,
Yeah,
access to do it, and I don't think that they can do anything about that. I don't think that I'm flagged.
yeah.
Just
I
want to
don't
say
think
thank
so.
you for having me here. Could we just take a deep breath so that we could allocate what you've been going through and then just get myself, maybe just 3 breaths, just you and I, so that
Yes.
we can clear the field and then reset it? Yeah. Okay, great. Let's just go inside. You can close your eyes, maybe if you feel the need to put your hands on your heart so that you can receive the energy of your love, your light, that connection to source. And let's just take a really big, deep breath through our nose so that we can connect to great creator right now. Let's just take a deep breath in, hold for a few seconds, and then release through the mouth all that no longer serves. And that second breath will connect to Mother Earth. Let's connect our heart to hers. Let's just take a deep breath in, connect into Mother Earth, hold, and then a release. All that no longer serves us. And one thing I like to do in Heart Thread meditation is connect my heart to your heart, Paul, and to the heart of all those that will come now here that are listening, those that will come in the future. Let's connect to the hearts of all that are here. Taking a deep breath in, holding it for a few seconds, and then releasing. And just say thank you. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for that. And if there's anything that you want to share with or ask, or I'm here to be present with you and talk about all the good things that we can speak about, that would be helpful.
Yes, you were telling me that there was something you wanted to talk about that you were thinking about, and
I was.
I'd like to give you the opportunity to do that and share with everyone.
It's sort of a message for the leaders and the hierarchy here on earth, whether it's to the politicians or whether it's to the leaders that are the wisdom keepers. I would like to address every human soul that is on earth that has a position of power. That is a leader, a teacher, a shaman, a medicine man, a medicine woman, those with followings, those that are absolutely in power with politics, but also in their cities or states with legislation, whether you're involved with the water, the land, or humanity in any shape, form, or fashion, where you can actually be shapeshifting humanity going towards the heart and healing. We're addressing all beings, which actually is, just so you know, in my heart, every human soul on earth, because we are the ones that chose to come here. And whether you realize you are what I just said in that position of power or not, whether you're looking to actually have that power or not, the message is we have that power. That is right. Everyone, everybody on earth has equal amount of power, and many of humanity has been silenced to not share their truth or right, their truth. Many of us have been silenced, and we are living in a dualistic world with polarity of the light and dark. And while I understand we're all in the great purification, we are in prophetic times. In 2026, we are in the last year of what the Kogi Colombians explain. Now, the Kogi Colombians are considered the oracles of the earth because they spent the first 7 years in silence. They only wear cotton and they live amongst themselves in a small little village. There's, I think, a couple of dozen of different tribes of the Colombians that are in the sacred with Pachamama, Mother Earth. They only listen to what Earth and consciousness, that is the collective, saying. And so, since they don't do drugs or alcohol, they're in celibacy. They live like monks. They spent the first 7 years in absolute silence in a cave so they can actually read and feel Mother Earth, right? They said that we are in the 13th year of this great purification. And what that really means, according to just say all prophecies, including the Bible. So it's stated in everybody's prophecy around the globe, whether it's the Ethiopians or the Haiti or Africa or Egypt or Japan, China, the Native Americans, the South Americans, the Bible, the Jews, the Muslims, those that are living, the Hindu, every religion on earth, from what we have discovered. I say we because we're all here, and there are many people that are a part of this prophecy that know that we are the ones that are going to be speaking truth, that will divulge the truth and will lift the veil for everybody to understand and understand that all of humanity is here together and none of us are really above or below one another. And if you're a leader on earth, I'm just going to ask this. This is the message. It's from Great Creator. We're asking all of you to remember that you're not the only one with the piece to the puzzle. We're asking all of you to remember that it's not just the white people from Europe or the Spanish who came to America, who colonialized America, that are considered to be the ones that caused harm. All of humanity caused harm. When are you guys going to wake up to that? A few leaders on the earth, I'm speaking to you. How dare you? How dare any of you put any of us in a box and think that you know who white people are, who Asian people are, who Mexican people are, who Native American people are, because you don't know any of us personally. And if you don't know us personally, then you're assuming. And that, we know, is one of the 4 agreements. It's something that a man wrote. But we all agree that when people assume that they know something that they don't, they're speaking words into a system and into a people and into the heart, corrupting of, it's causing corruption, it's causing separation. And I'm just going to say that there are many leaders right now in North America that I supported, that many of us support it, that we support, that are speaking truth, that do love people. But then there are many leaders who are allowing people that are predators to be amongst us. And as Francine DeGiorgio, Yahira Lobos, this comes from me. I don't like that, guys. I don't like having to sit in a circle with people who are pretending to be sacred when they are actual predators. I'm a survivor. And if the leaders of this earth don't want to call out the predators of this earth, I got a problem with that. Don't you? Since all of you have a problem with Donald Trump, I'm just going to like make room for you guys to have a problem with a lot more people than just Donald Trump. It's time that you open up your eyes and you realize that there are people in your own effing family that are corrupt. and they're in a position of power that hurts other people. And if you don't say anything, your family's not being held accountable and you're not transparent. Therefore, you are a part of the problem. So when we are a part of the problem, what do we do? I'm part of the problem. I was born into this earth. I actually, suffered a lot. And then I caused a lot of, let's just say, chaos whenever people crossed me and my boundaries. I went ballistic on them as a person, as a human, as a survivor. Was I correct about going ballistic on them, getting angry, yelling at them? No, guys, I was wrong for doing that. What I could have, would have, should have done was been much more grounded like I am today, and then asked them the right questions and then prayed and asked great creator to clean it up. Instead, I reacted. That does make me wrong as well. Bad Aunt Franny, bad Aunt Franny. You see, I'm calling myself out. This is what we need to do.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
Yes, you agree. And I'm just saying that I wasn't perfect as a non leader going around North America calling people out, because that's what I did. And was I better than them? No, guys, I wasn't healed. And if I was healed, I would have been a much better person in council. But the thing is that right now we're trying to call the councils and the talking circles with all of our leaders that are indigenous and non-indigenous, and not all of them want to counsel. They want to allow some people to continue to do what they're doing that actually hurt people. I'm also speaking for many women. I want to say their names, but I can't dare say their names because I actually want to continue to protect them and me, because we're not done figuring this out right now. The whistleblowers and the people that are part of the, spiritual communities right now, we have a problem with a lot of the leaders that are pretending to be who they are not. And we have a problem with the councils that are not being called. And we have a problem of them taking advantage of some of the disadvantaged and the mentally ill, and those men and women who are really not rich and not wealthy and not known. They're speaking truth, and they're sacrificing their life, their energy, even their sanity to speak up and speak out. When are you, the people that are part of our families, going to stand behind us and say, yeah, you know what, we're done with this? If you guys don't like Donald Trump and you don't like how the politicians have decided to run this planet, then when are you going to speak up? Yeah, everybody gets attacked that speaks up. So the fuck what? You're going to get attacked if you don't.
Yeah.
And we are. And Mama's mad. I'm sorry, I just yelled, but I'm mad. And I'm
We
angry and
are.
I'm upset.
Yep. No.
And I'm sorry that I just get like that. But I am neurodivergent. I am autistic. I am CPTSD. I am a survivor of rape, of abuses, of neglect, of not being well. Okay. And I'm neurodivergent. I go around the country and I tell everybody that, to talk about mental illness and ask us all, can we take responsibility for our mental health? And it was during that time that I started to get attacked more. And then whenever I confronted the leaders that were corrupt, they said, she's crazy. Remember, she told everybody she's mentally ill. No, you guys do not have permission to actually whitewash me into this box that I'm mentally ill. I do not believe in mental illness. I believe we're neurodivergent. Neurodivergency is something where we need to balance and heal ourselves, but we're also the ones who can see the truth. We feel it. We know it. Please do not disrespect those that have a illness on earth. If somebody has cancer, which many people do that are leaders, we don't attack them, do we? No. So stop it. Number one, stop attacking people that say that they have any problem where they're not equal to being a 100% well human being. Stop attacking those people. And the other thing is that there's many women. Oh my God, I want to say their names, but I can't. There are women right now that are speaking out against men. And how dare all of you just ignore her or them? These are atrocities. If you guys care so much about the Epstein files, why don't you care about our own beloved family that's been on the front line for all of you? How dare you? And how is it that all of these leaders are going to continue to have the same false light leaders that are absolutely racist and think that anybody who's white is crazy and that they're the part of the problem? That is what is coming out of their mouth. They are not who they say they are. They are racist, and they did not figure it out at 80 years old. They did not suddenly, because they got called out for being racist, become unracist. Because what ceremony and what therapy and what talking circle and what group did they go to be held accountable? And when did they ever speak out the truth? Hey guys, I've attacked a lot of you and I lied to a lot of you, and I've been running some kind of agenda that really is just my agenda. And when are the people going to stop following everybody because they think that that group is prophesizing truth? Do you really know what that group is doing? Did you ever meet that group? Do you know who that man is? Do you know who that woman is? Just because somebody's from a reservation or a tribe doesn't make any one of those human beings above any one of us, period. And if you were born on a reservation, God bless every Native American on the planet. I love you. I am you. I have Apache and Mayan blood. Don't you dare attack me. By the way, anybody who wants to, because you heard this podcast, want to come after me, no, you don't have my permission. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen right now. Any human soul's got a bone to pick with me about what I'm saying right now. God promised me they have my back. God said, you're not going to hurt anybody. You're not going to say anybody's name, but you're going to speak truth because nobody will. And everybody's scared to. Even the grandmothers are scared. Some of the grandmothers are trying to take control of this, and they're not even being respected. So I'm not talking about all grannies. Some grandmas are OG right now, and they know that some people are being abusive in these spiritual communities. These spiritual communities are all over the globe. The star seeds are multidimensional, interdimensional beings that have been here before. Some of them haven't. Not everybody knows Earth. Okay, let's get that straight. We're old souls, not everybody. There are some new souls here. Some people are multidimensional. Some are multidimensional and interdimensional. What does that mean? Guys, you know what it means? We don't know anything. You know what? Life is precious, and we're so grateful to be here. But there's a lot of things that we don't know. I don't know. We're going to find out. But there's life on other planets. There's a spiritual war going on. There's prophecies being fulfilled. We're at the 13th hour, what the Kogi Colombians say. And they say in that 13th hour, the shit's going to, they don't say this, excuse my language. Let me just back up. The Kogi Colombians would never speak the way I do. So excuse me. I don't mean any disrespect to you. They said to me, let me read. This is not their exact words. They said that in the 13th hour, this is where everything gets revealed. It comes up. I am slightly shaken within my body, like the nerves, not that much, but I am. Because I know that right now we have an opportunity to really come together. And I want to say thank you to the leaders that are really beautiful and that are coming together, that are supporting those women. There are a lot of elders that are supporting those women. And there also have been men that have been abused. It's not about any gender. I don't want to make it about men and women, because actually we are all one, and everybody has suffered on earth. Children, men, women, LGBTQ, and every single culture on planet Earth. So my point is that I really believe that for us to go forward, we need healing centers all around the globe. Okay, I build medicine wheels, and part of the actual solution is to come into the sacred circle. There is a vision from the Kogis, from all religions and us, that we are meant to come together in peace and rebuild the new earth. Cob houses, earth houses, right? Guys, we've got a lot of work to do. While Mother Earth is ravaging everything that needs to come down, she's like burning it, flooding it. You know, she's taking it all away. All those houses and all those buildings that have been broken, okay, and that are gone. Yay. Aren't we all happy? Because that's cancerous, right? All the abscess, it's gone, guys. And all the people that were murdered and raped in those sections and in those parts of the world that are gone. Yay, purification. So it's okay. But I do know that by the end of this year, we're going to look at a very high number of many people leaving the planet again. Jesus Christ, again? Why, great creator? Why? Because the people haven't woken up yet. Fran, if COVID didn't scare the shit out of them to turn their life over to the greater good of all, what do you think is going to? Great creator, I don't know, but I suffered enough. Like, can we stop this? Franny, it's not about you. It's not about anybody. It's about we. So I just want everybody to know that, like, right now, there is a lot of things that I can say directly out loud about the people that have crossed me, but God told me not to do it. I'm going to also say this. I recorded everybody starting 10 years ago, and I didn't have a podcast. I didn't come out as a truth teller. You know what I did? What God told me. You know what God told me? You guys might get mad at me. Sure. Why not? Throw a fucking fit. I don't care. Throw a fit. Don't trust me in the future. Here's the deal. When all of you were abusing me, God told me to record all of you over and over and over and over and over and over again. And while you thought you were having a private conversation with me, you were being recorded. And God wanted me to tell you on this podcast that I recorded you, all of you. I am not going to out you. I'm never going to do anything with any of those recordings because I don't have to. You know why I don't have to? Because I'm telling you right now, you're all recorded. Not any of you can get away with what you did. I will never have to use that footage. You know why? Because I'm asking you to clean it up. God's asking you, not me. I'm the messenger. I am the conduit and I am the channel. And I am asking you to clean up your own mess. With me? Not really. Because you know what? I was just a pawn in chess. And I decided that I would sacrifice the comfort of my life to bring truth to the table. I am a veil lifter. There are many veil lifters on the planet right now. And I am one of them who just told you what I did to lift the veil and to speak the truth. And since I don't want to play God, and I don't want to be corrupt or manipulative, and I don't want to be a tyrant, and I don't want to threaten you, which many people would say that I'm doing. Yeah, I'm good at threatening a lot of motherfucker. You know, I'm good at that, guys. I'm New York. What's up? I was born in suffering New York backwards with 2 broken ribs, so I would never forget all of the abuse and everything that I took on as a volunteer of this earth, the 144. You're welcome.
Yeah,
You're absolutely welcome.
It's been very hard.
Very. And this, I hope,
few months too.
Yeah. So I just wanted to say all of that because I feel like going forward, people might be like, oh shit, Fran probably recorded me. Oh shit. That's what's happening right now. Oh shit, I'll probably record it. Guys, you are. Even my best friends. You know that? And I've been telling people this for 6 years because God started to tell me these biatches are punk asses and they know they're breaking sacred law. So you need to tell them that you recorded them. And then they sent their goonies after me and they tried to get me to commit suicide, jump off a bridge, send me thoughts that were not mine, thought forms, parasites. Some guy even sent me a skinwalker. Listen, none of your fucking goonies can fucking hurt us. We're above all of that bullshit. I want all of the light workers that are afraid of people attacking them to listen to me. Listen to me right now. Don't be afraid. There's nothing to be afraid of. These people want to make you scared so that they can take advantage of you. I'm telling the people that lied to me and that were abusive because I'm actually speaking. I'm a hypocrite because of what I'm saying right now. Because right now I'm kind of threatening people, but I'm doing it in the best way that I know possible. I know what I'm doing. And I'm taking that on. And I'm 100% aware of what I'm saying and what I'm doing. I know that I want this world to get cleaned up, but I can't control you, any human soul. So since the 144 is here as witnesses, and we're also meant to use our voice. So we're not just here to just stand here and do nothing. And to all the elders that told me I'm not meant to do anything, you were part of the problem as well. What did you want me to do? Just sit down in my living room and do nothing? You should see how much I did do. The more you told me to sit down, the more I got the fuck up. Did you notice that some of us are unbeatable? You can't put us in the ground. And now we're band up with others that speak truth. And we're no longer afraid of you. Because you know what? What we do know is that once consciousness understands that there has been a darkness that we've allowed, we're the ones who can clean it up. Isn't that great to know? All we have to do is purify our body, mind, heart, and soul. So I'm asking the world to build their healing centers on their sacred land and to actually birth the new earth. And don't wait for the leaders of this earth to tell you what to do and how to do it, because they don't know any more than you know. And that's it. That's my message. Go into silence and receive the blueprint is all I can tell you. And do not let anybody stop you from speaking the truth. We will purify. We will unify. And the good news is that many people aren't telling you of all the great things that is happening behind the scenes, because if we tried to, they would try to destroy all of it.
Sabotage, yep.
But we're not going to be sabotaged anymore, because going forward in 2027, there's too many people that are on the light side more than the dark side on Earth. And that's the final message. There's more good people on Earth with good intentions and a good heart than there are evil. That means if there's more of us than them, we can win if we come together. Do you understand? And all we want to do with the darkness, guys, we don't want to kill anybody. We don't want to hate anybody. We don't even want to hate the wretched. Please say thank you. Respect the darkness. Say thank you. Say, I appreciate you, but you must now go into the light to be love transmuted and healed in all directions of time and space, all that is known and unknown, past, present, and future, mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, in all planets, in all timelines, past lives, and realities. We command all entities, archons, and thought forms and parasites to go now into the light, into the fire, into the water, with Mother Earth and with the Divine Father, as we call in all of our benefic guides of the north, the east, the west, the south, above, below, within. And as a facilitator of Medicine Wheels, we do it in the sacred circle, in prayer, with the elements, in sacred harmony with the earth. I am the founder of Crystal Nations Collective. This is my mission. I didn't wait to write my book. I just dropped the bomb right here, not even on Facebook, on the podcast. Because once I state what I state, there are many people that follow me that are trying to get the intel of what I know from Great Creator so that they could birth a nonprofit or their business and make a lot of money. Those that are following me that are going to take and not honor the sacred, you will pay harsh consequences. You are not going to beat people over the head to get ahead and get ahead. Because if you do that and you leave people like me behind, which many of us got left behind, you will have to pay karmic consequences. And this comes straight from source. You could either believe everything I say, which I believe that nothing is certain what I said. No names were mentioned here, but there is a truth that you know that I just spoke personally to you and your heart, your body, your mind, your soul. This is source. And God is asking you, after you heard what Yahira said, how does that inspire you to go forward? How can you speak more of the truth? What is your solution for the earth? How can you come up with a great solution and birth that for us? Franny's asking, guys, I need your help. We're at a war. There's elders that are being attacked that are a lot older than me. And I got to get them to safety right now. And I need your help. A lot of us have GoFundMes. People aren't giving the right people money. Too many of us are living in poverty and scarcity. It's kind of fucked up.
It really, it's hard because the truth is coming out and it's overwhelming for anyone that cares about others. It's a very heavy burden. And, July is going to be the end of this cycle. And it has been hard for me. My sleeping is erratic. It's just been terrible. And
Have you got attacked? If you don't mind me asking, I mean, you don't have to answer me, but like right now you can't go on Facebook, so that's one big sign that they
yeah,
attack in that way. But have physical people or energies come
uh,
to
energies, yeah. Well, like somebody said, we receive reports on unusual activity on your account, such as harassment or impersonation or posts containing content or image that violate our copyright policies. If you believe this is a mistake, please verify your account. If you fail to complete the verification process within 24 hours, your account will be permanently disabled.
so it
So that
was.
so my ability to go live on Facebook is gone now, and I'm planning on deactivating my account but keeping Messenger so I can still talk to everybody.
Okay.
They cut off my monetization,
Wow.
uh, my ability to be seen. Oh yeah, and I think it was my last post because my last post was talking about the rainbow covenant and the pride, the use of the word pride, known as the one of the deadly sins. What a
Yes.
poor choice! What a poor choice of words. But it's also an open admission to their disdain for the Creator. It
Yes.
really, that's what having it on the crosswalks, the rainbows, for people to walk on, to drive their cars over. That is
Oh.
a disdain for our creator. So that is the post that got started all hell breaking loose. Because I don't run on fear like like you. We don't we're not our engine fuel isn't fear. It is our faith. That's
Right.
what our fuel. And there's no fear in that faith.
Nope.
We understand how devastating this could be to someone who's not strong. So I think our role is to prep them, to prepare them, because in the end, we're looking at a restoration of mankind. And even though the darkness seems overwhelming, there's an opposite and equal light that's coming out. And that's
Right.
what we represent. We represent that light, and we're willing to lose everything, just for all those other people that don't realize that they're a part of this too.
They were a
And
part of
you're
that.
not alone. You're not alone. We're with you. you know Even if we are 1,000 miles apart, we're
Right.
still right there with you.
That's right. There are, and I'm glad you brought up that point that we're still with everybody and that they're the light, but there are. So when I traveled around the US, and I'm just going to be transparent because I think it will help people, my ego definitely went running thinking I was a big part of the solution and I was the light. And like, look at me, I'm Sandra D, and look at the group I'm with. And, like my shit didn't stink. And it did stink. I didn't ever really, when I stopped doing drugs, I traveled around the United States with the transformational music and art festivals. And it was easy to go from one event, and let's just say, Orlando, Florida, you do an event. And at the end, all the kids, the star seeds, the younger generations, they would be like, we're all going to go to Tennessee. And I'd be like, we're going to Tennessee. And nobody really had a job. We all decided to just quit our life and go on the road because we were fulfilling prophecies with the Native Americans. They were bringing us into the sweat lodge. Can you imagine all of us who wanted to be connected to God for so long? And I've been having visions of the Native past lives since I was a child. And I've been connected to God as a child. And I always knew, because I'm a visionary that is a messenger. I am one of the seers here that's a knower. I'm a knower. That means I know. I'm connected. I'm an oracle. And God's been talking to me since I was a kid. So I was really super glad when I ended up with this group that was native and non-native, and they were star seeds calling themselves, from other planets. And I thought, oh my God, I found home. Well, I didn't think my shit didn't stink, and I was traveling for years, and I didn't think that I needed to heal. I didn't. I, by the way, also to my own truth, I've been asking for real healing for decades through the system of the behavioral mental health department, that every city and every state has a building where if you don't feel well, you can get counseling, or you can see a psychiatrist. And that's where a lot of people end up on pharmaceutical drugs with big pharma. Well, when I was really young, God told me, no, 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 no. I was about to take the pill, and I ate it. I ate one pill. It was a lithium pill. They told me that I wasn't well, but my body palpitated. And God said, honey, if you take that, you could stabilize, but you won't be yourself. And we're going to tell you that that's one of the demons of this earth. And
Yes.
we don't want you to take the big pharma. So I didn't. But it took me a while to figure out that there was EMDR, that's a somatic therapy on earth. And I didn't join that until just last year. And I've been a light worker for 15 years in a really good way, where I've been sober, celibate. I not breaking any law, and I was out there being a volunteer, and I didn't have sex with anybody. I didn't mesh my energy with anybody. I was 100% celibate,
Yeah, I've
which
been celibate a long time, and
a lot of people aren't in the
we have
spiritual community,
we have
and
so much we have so much in common, because I but I felt the Creator at a very young age, and um, through my gut guided me to not do things, not say things, even in prayer. Like it's just amazing when I look back at how he was always there, always intervening,
and
and
God,
and I always, even now, I feel so unworthy, you know, unworthy of my part in this. I am imperfect, and I sin, and even your thoughts, you can sin so easily. So I always feel very meek and humbled that I'm even doing this, because I know it's from our source, and Gadriel has been so effective in getting different religions to say the wrong words, and they're doing it in politically too, getting people to say words that are not what they think they are. Like they've attached gay and queer to homosexuality, and neither one of those are attached. Gay means to be happy, and queer means to be strange and peculiar. So it's self-deprecation, self attacking yourself
yeah,
unknowingly.
yes,
And the power of words is so important. I did so many shows just on words and symbols, and why it's so important that no matter what your intention is, the words that you speak, because God is the word, and the word is God, and so when you speak a word, no matter what your intention is, that sound vibration that comes out with its meaning. Whatever it means, it's going to reflect, it's going to go out into the world. So when you say I'm queer, you're not saying you're homosexual, you're saying I'm strange and peculiar. That's literally what's going out into the world. It's self-deprecation unknowingly. And this is like one of the tactics and that they use to um, changing the meanings of words. And Gadriel's, he's very old, ancient, um, and he's very
yeah.
effectively divided mankind. But that division is what's going to end. Thank God.
I
I
think
look
you're
forward to that.
Patricia Ann is one of the Navajo elders that teaches in the Dene way, and she does teach like every week, and she's teaching us the diagnostics of how to address let's just say, a criminal mind or conflict in a community or within a person or a family. And right now she was teaching us how our English words, and many other leaders have spoken about this, that we have the English language that's based on the Anunnaki. That's a race that came to Earth before humans did. And the Anunnaki were in hopes to take and pretty much siphon from this planet resources, things like minerals, and not only that, but heart coherency. Our energy of the heart has been siphoned through conflict and abuse here on Earth. And I heard that many men and women, and I've witnessed them, are bringing us new words to learn. Oh, this is interesting. What's
This
this?
is, yeah, this is where Gadriel injected himself. Because even though it's spelled God in the Bible, it sounds like I was saying, when you say a word, when you say God, it's Gadriel sounds like GAWD. It sounds like God. But in the original Hebrew, Elohim is there. Elohim represents the Anunnaki because it's like mankind. It's deity kind, which includes females, males, and their children, their offspring. So this is the second word. And the first word, Rashith, is before. It's not in the beginning. So the whole structure of the first sentence, when I started translating, was deliberately wrong because
Wow.
Tachila, it means in the beginning in Hebrew. So there is a word for in the beginning, and it's not Rashith. So that freaked me out. I mean, I first started because the creator just said, go to the original because I felt wrong. I felt something's wrong here. What is it? What is it? Because it's all no ifs, ands, or but. This is the word of God. Bam! Don't question it. So I said, okay, I have to go to the original. So I started doing that. What do I find? I find a woman right here. Where where is it? Uh, Ruach, right here. Ruach of Elohim. So that's like one of them, one of the Elohim. And look at what I found out it means. It's a feminine noun, also known as the goddess of wisdom, the queen of heaven, Sophia, and the virgin goddess. So I found a goddess that was removed. And
Hmm.
what's really amazing is
She
all
was
the
removed.
religion, all the
I
religions. See, the Bible calls her the Spirit of God, but the Talmud calls it the Wind of God. So anything, they all removed the goddess. The
Yeah,
Sumerian tablets
yeah,
shows the goddess. She's in charge of making us in their image, which is
right.
what they did. So what our image is not known. What we used to look like is not known. Our lifespan is not known. They made us live 1,000 years, and that was too long. So then they made us live 120 years, and they only did that because they started procreating with the women because they did such a bang up job making us look like them that they couldn't keep their hands off us. Remind you of another religion? so,
Yeah, I heard
so
that a lot of the angels, co-created with, the species here on Earth, and that's where you get the multidimensional.
yeah,
That's why I think most of us are interdimensional and multidimensional, but there
yeah.
are new beings here on Earth. But many beings were raped also from
Oh yeah.
interdimensional beings,
Oh,
from
yep.
angels. So everything's mixed up and messed up, especially our language. So
They took what they wanted, and nobody fought with them because of their power, their technology that they brought to the table. But what we were already complete. That's what they don't tell us. But they altered us to shorten our lives. So what is
and
going to come? What's coming to mankind right now? And I'm talking about the 144,000.
yeah,
Not everybody. There's
right.
not a lot of us. There, but the ones that are us are here, But
Well
those
said.
people, what's going to happen is we're going to be restored to what we were before all of this
That's what
crap
I think
happened to
too.
us. So that's why it says no weapons formed against us will prosper. There will be no more death, no more tears, no more
That
sadness.
that's the truth. That
So
is coming for all of us because I just want to
yeah,
like reintegrate no matter what I shared. That's like not cool. Guys, the only reason why I'm here with Paul right now is because when the 144 comes together and we speak together, what our truths like me and you, right, probably could learn so much more. And we're both going to be really transparent that if anybody would like to interject and say Francine wasn't correct when she said this, meet me at the round table and I will agree with you. When you speak truth reveals itself, and I don't
yeah,
have an ego right now about being right and wrong. I almost kind of dig being wrong because I'm one of the human beings that don't mind getting out of my own ego's way and
mm,
saying let's clean up the mess because I'm
yep,
here for that. I'm here for it. So that's what I hope that me and you just speaking, like, even though, like I said, other people could be way more right than me, and we want you to come out and speak. That's
yeah.
why.
What's beautiful is we're even giving each other information. Like
Yes,
we're building each other up. We're
absolutely.
filling in gaps, and that's the way the creator seems to work with me. Is that every every person I talk to and have some kind of connection with, there's like a heavy purpose. Like nothing is a mistake or an accident anymore. Everything has purpose, and I do love that part.
Me
This is
too.
the hard part, and that's why this is happening. This is why raising frequencies is happening, is because I know it's hard. It's hard on us too. If anything, it might be even harder for us because we do care about others. So the burden is heavy. Now, my research, I left it in the link in the description so anyone can look at it, um, and verify it. It's original Hebrew from the tablets, and you can look at it yourself and verify there is a woman. And how dare they remove that woman? Like,
Greg
what are
Braden
you
talked
thinking?
about this a lot because
Jerks.
he went traveling around the globe. And Greg Braden lives in Taos County. I met him several times. He's on YouTube, so check out Greg Braden. He's a scientist, a researcher, and an anthropologist who traveled around the globe. I bought his books. I've seen him speak plenty of times. And like I said, he's almost like a friend where if I bump into him in Santa Fe, he knows who I am because we met each other through many other leaders. So I will share this that, in 1999, I went to his Prophets Conference and he was one of the first leaders, Brooke Medicine Eagle. I met a lot of people, guys, a lot of leaders. And not because I'm anybody special, but because I was asked to go somewhere, I would go and then I'd meet these people. But I had a conversation with Brooke Medicine Eagle, who wrote the books When the White Buffalo Woman Comes Singing. She's a medicine woman that's from Montana. Everybody should know who she is if you're a medicine woman or Native American. She's a mixed breed and she's pretty well known. Anyway, she was at the Prophets Conference in Santa Fe, New Mexico at the James A. Little Theater in actually year 2000. And I didn't have any money to go. So I was sitting there just, meditating on the ground, and then I looked up and there was all these vendors and I started speaking to them. And then I got to meet Brooke Medicine Eagle and she told me that I needed to meet actually Greg Braden. And I said, why? Like, I'm only on your path. I'm not trying to follow a scientist. She goes, because you are like, in essence, me already. You're on the path and you understand the spiritual very well. You're very connected. You're on the path. You're good. You're going to learn a lot on your path. You're good. Just keep going, follow that. But you need to know somebody like Greg Braden because he understands about the words and what really happened to the divine feminine. And I said, oh, I don't know anything about that. So I went and he wrote a book and he said that as he traveled, he found the statues of the goddess in many different temples. Like, he uncovered as an anthropologist the actual statues. He actually
Oh, that's cool.
He's the one who found them. And then he started to have conversations with all of the, priests and priestesses of all these different locations like Egypt. and we're talking about in France, and we're talking about in the locations of where Yeshua and Mother Mary and the apostles, the Essenes, he's been there, okay? And in the, catacombs, the tombs, like in the dirt, and he found a lot of relics that were destroyed. And so he's one of the very first men for me on earth right now that actually went and got that evidence. There's many other anthropologists who followed in his footsteps, and there's many of them that many people do have no idea. Guys, there are people that are doing research right now for the last 20, 30, 40, 50 years, like me included, where we're just about to write our book and give you guys another piece to the puzzle. And all of humanity is going to get turned on like they took LSD, and they're all going to want to come together with their piece to the puzzle, because we were told that we're a Rubik's Cube, and we're all trying to find our soul tribe so that we can actually get our blueprint. Because, one of us has a little bit of the answer for a whole subject, but there's supposed to be a round table, 13 of us or higher, or maybe it starts with like 2 to like 13 is the number that, let's just say, Barbara Marx Hubbard and John Parslow had a model of the blueprint that we are to utilize as we are formulating who's who. Right now, we're in the part of the earth where everybody's trying to figure out who the fuck we are, and who's our tribe, and who's our family, and who's our ancestors, and who's my spirit guides. Guys, even though I'm an oracle, nobody ever popped up in front of my third eye and spoke to me in a vision that I had from God. I've never had that happen to me. When I tell you that I'm an oracle, I know that means information drops down into me. It's in the quantum field. And when I speak to other people, like I'm speaking to all of you, a lot of people will have a little a little orgasm inside of their self and be like, oh shit, that's the truth. And then they go discover that whatever I say that turns people on is a piece that lives within them that I don't know anything about. So I'm not the one giving them the truth. When I speak, I inspire. And
it's through the creator. Yes, absolutely. And Gadriel, the serpent, he's so intelligent. He's very smart. That's why lithium is a good tool for him. And adding DNA to vaccines and poisoning, glyphosate. But lithium was found in the rainwater, and it was almost a dose. It's like over 506. A dose is like 600 parts per million. But the Earth has a natural 25 parts per million. So that's almost a dose that you would give a patient. And that's because it flatlines you emotionally. So none of your natural ups and downs happen. And that's why he likes it. That's why it's in the chemtrails, because they want us flatlined. They don't want us to wake up. So Gadriel knows what to do. He knows what to use. Even the fluoride is a part of that, because it shuts down our antenna.
I usually I got to get it. I got to get it. Where it is. Okay, wait.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing though. Like, he's brilliant. I give him that.
Lithium is what I rock hound, and I have a little, arrowhead. I don't know where it is in my house right now, but I usually wear it every day. It's usually with my wolf's ashes, and it's lithium. So I literally go rock hound, and I can see a bunch of my lithium. I have lithium that actually grids my house. It's inside the lithium rocks, and I'll just show you one because I can see it. I can see this one right here. Hold on, guys.
Hello, puppy. Hello, puppy. Do you know you're famous right now?
Famous, right? These are lithium stones that have quartz, lithium, mica. Some of them are pinker and red, purple. They have 7 different minerals. We get them from New Mexico.
Wow.
They build medicine with lithiums. That's my jam.
And everyone can see that they're in stone, so they would never fall from the sky.
Never.
So lithium should never be in the rainwater. So you see, this is how Gadriel works. I got him.
I got chills. now that you're sharing this information about.
Oh yes,
I
but
didn't know the name of the man that you're speaking of. That's
Gabriel, yes,
Godriel, because I didn't read the Bible like you did. So who is Godriel? Can you tell us?
God. Well, it's God. It's GAD.
Okay.
But when they spell it God in the Bible, and he's replaced like 1,000 times or something, uh, he inserted his name into the Bible so people
Wow.
would speak it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. Because he's the God of this world. I mean, he is active. He's not sleeping. He's highly intelligent. He was around before Adam and Eve. He's old and wise. He knows lithium and fluoride and glyphosate. He's a genius. But he's very dark as well, and but he's no longer hidden. He was in the book of Enoch, so it was removed. Enoch is chapter 69, verse 6. It gives the name of Gadriel, who tempted Eve. It's the only place where you can find it. So
So
I
the
found him because the creator, when I have a question, the creator brings it right to like this research. I wanted to know the truth, and boom, it, I got the truth. So Gadriel is the serpent and Adam and Eve. He was, he was beautiful and majestic, and then he was turned into a snake. Condemned to eat dirt. So he's a snake, but he's also, a higher being, and also a son of God. See, that's what's
so
hard.
that one
He's
being,
a son.
there
He's
had
a
to be
son of the Creator.
other beings when he was
Yep.
around.
Oh yeah.
Okay. And
Oh
this
yeah.
was before humankind's Bible time.
Well, the Bible is only after the Anunnaki came here and decided to mess with us and imprison us and genetically modify us. They're still genetically modifying us through the vaccines or adding DNA to.
Through
See,
the
DNA, yeah, DNA in the vaccine is about uh, deflecting your purpose, the purpose of that soul, that the destiny, the mission of each. Every soul has a purpose and a mission, and like ours, a divine mission. And adding DNA confuses that mission. And so this is where Gadriel is so brilliant to me, because I looked at all the ingredients of every vaccine, and it didn't make any sense.
thank God.
Beneficial health, there's nothing healthy about it. It just was evil to me, but it was evil science, and it was old science. Same with the chemtrails. The It's just impossible that any man could come up with this shit, and this amount, and the amount of lithium, and the exact amount of aluminum is affects our DNA's ability to heal itself, and it harms our immune system, and it's like so brilliant. It's diabolical, but I know the creator is much smarter than him, and creators, on my side here, on our side. So he can't hide. Everything that was hidden is no longer hidden because
Purpose
the
of all
creator.
light and the dark on the earth is, are we supposed to neutralize it all, or are we supposed to stay in a polarity world? What do you think?
We we are. It's it's hard to explain what the restoration will mean to us. I just so thankful that it's going to be over. I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm so grateful for that, because this has been difficult. I prayed, and I asked the Creator to show me the truth, and it was very hard for me because it really made me alone. Like, I was very alone, because my faith is strong, but the religions were the lies.
Hey,
They
that's how
were
I felt.
deflection. Gadriel put himself all over the place, created the Quran to oppose the Jew and the Christian. He created all this division,
Right.
because he's a master. Like, he doesn't sleep, so he spends all his time on this. He's and he's not dumb. He made us dumber. We have been downgraded. Every vaccine downgrades us.
Right.
We are so powerful. We are an absolute threat, and what's coming is us being a threat to them because they can no longer lie to us. So we lived
I
in
feel right
water.
now that
We
about
were,
me, which is why I told the truth today. Because like, who's going to hurt me based on what I just said? Nobody.
Mhm.
Not at this point, because I've been actually healing for my whole life. So I've been in therapy for 46 years. But when I say healing on the hero's journey, that means it takes a lot to retract those lost parts of your soul that were fragmented during traumatic
Yeah,
that are actually not just this lifetime, but other lifetimes. But those of us that are, putting the pieces to the puzzle together are becoming really strong. And we know that fear no longer is a part of the
yeah,
game. And so I'm no longer afraid to speak what I just spoke with you. By the way, what I just spoke with you, I've known the whole time I've been going live, and I never said it to anybody. Not not like
yeah,
that.
yeah. But the creator gives us timing too. Like, the creator says, "Okay, do it." That's how it
Just
is with me.
just do
Like,
it, because you know what, friend, it's going to be over soon, and they're using us. God is using us to make sure we do our part.
mm,
So some of us are popping the pimples, and the
yeah,
shit's coming up, and they're saying that we're not above anything here. So when Francine DeGiorgio speaks, that doesn't make me better than anybody. I just want everybody to know. And I want you to know as well, Paul, even though that there have been many people that are on earth, including yourself, that are jumping in the game since maybe COVID or whatever, and finally becoming a voice and doing this whole podcast
mm,
and saying, oh, maybe, I didn't work as hard as, all these other people who've been working on the mission for 10, 20, 30, their whole life. Well, listen, none of us are above anybody. What I know is that whenever you get turned on is your time to go. And that
mm,
one day or 1 hour or 1 year of you speaking your truth is equivalent to 50 years or 100 years of being the truth. It all doesn't matter. Time doesn't exist as long as you fucking show up and speak
yeah,
and participate. That's
yep,
what matters. So I would like to give that message to all of you. If you're a younger generation, or you think, you haven't been awoke, or, you didn't participate, you didn't volunteer, you didn't put your ass on the line, you never spoke truth, you don't know what truth is. Guys, okay, we've all been there.
mm,
It's okay. It's okay. And you
yeah,
know what? You might have been something really big time in the past life, and you might have got dumbed down. So you need to remember that you're not just some piece of shit. You're not. You're so much
no,
you'll ever know. And just
yes,
please do the research. Find out who
and
you are. Yeah.
divine. And one thing I uncovered about the my translation is that it tells me what was going on before we were made in their image.
Right. Like what was
We
happening.
lived we lived in darkness, so we didn't need eyes, so we were telepathic. We spoke telepathically. This is what's coming back to us, and this is why no one can lie to us. This is how they lose their power over us, because we'll see that they are liars, and their authenticity is gone. And also, we were in our mother's womb. We're in water, and in our original form, we were born into living water. So we were like fish, I suppose you could say. We
That's what
breathed the living water. We it wasn't suffocating like a lake. It's above. It was separated from us. We were separated from the creation. One of the material forms of the creator is water, which is why
I.
the
Mhm.
creator is within us because we're mostly water. The air has water in it, and there's water in the plants, and so the creator is omnipresent by being water. So a lot of the answers came through me that way by just looking at it. Okay, this is the setting. We were in water. We were telepathic. We didn't need our eyes because we were in darkness. So this is our living state before we were intervened
Mm-hmm.
and put into this prison. And the Anunnaki doesn't like it here because they age too, just like us. They get old and they lose their 400,000 year cycle. You know, they live over 400,000 years. So, but they are children of God. What they did was wrong. They are not holy, or anything that they did was good, or from it wasn't creator working through them. They utilize what the creator is and what they've learned, and they abused us. We are victims of the Anunnaki. They weren't, angels or anything like that. They certainly weren't God. They were Elohim, and they were Anunnaki, depending on which book you look at.
Elohim were above the archangels, like an angel.
Yeah, see, I don't know. I see angels.
I also heard what you were saying as well, about some of the Elohims. Like there's
That,
an Elohim of the light, and that Elohim is considered to be Lucifer.
yeah, see, that's
There's
there's
an
it's very
Elohim of water. There's an Elohim of the unified chakra. There's an Elohim of every color of the rainbow.
well, Elohim, like Satan and Lucifer, are adverbs. Satan is accuser, so it's not a name. And Lucifer is also an adverb, which means light bearer, and that could be angels, that could be you, me,
Yeah.
Yeshua, Jesus. All they were all we're all connected with to the Creator with our light within us. Like even the firefly, it just so happens that that's the only example we have with our animal species that shows the light inside. It's the only one that we can see it, but it's in every single one. Even an ant, a little tiny little ant, has a light in it. God is a part of all of it. Anything that lives, that rainbow covenant is for them, all of them. The
I do
fish,
believe the truth is going to come out
it
whenever.
is.
I feel like there's a natural disaster that's going to happen that
Yeah.
will devastate an area like it just did to the Philippines.
Yep.
I believe that there's something coming that can't be undone. We can't
No.
even stop it because it's meant to be. And all the people that will die, we want to say thank you. We love you. We know it's a
Yep.
contract you have with your higher
Yep.
self to go in this. It feels like an earthquake. Um, it feels like an earthquake.
Well, something's going to happen here, North America. It's I, but I don't want anyone to be afraid because
It
the
is what it
instant
is.
because we are actually going to survive it. They're going to look up from
I
their
think,
bunkers and go, "What the hell? There's people alive over there."
I think
That's
that we.
because
I don't
that's
think.
when the creator is going to go, bam. It's going to be instant. It's not like something like medicine. You got to wait for the headache to go away.
Right.
It's going to happen, intervention, and we're going to be restored, and it's not going to harm us. So there's nothing to fear but fear itself. The creator will always be there. Even in death, the creator is right there
That's right.
just to show you that you were never alone. And it
It's
doesn't matter which religion you are, the religions were made to divide us because the God of this world is in charge here.
I
Even
have
though,
this vision. We're all coming together, and so do the Hopi. It comes from their prophecy, but
yes,
they talk
yes,
about we're all going to come from different corners of the earth
yep.
when the earth is being ravaged and savaged by Mother Earth and all the natural disasters, and that people will
Mhm.
finally wake up and they'll come running. And I heard where they're going to come running is in the Southwest where I live. And where I live right now, the indigenous and anybody who's awakened right now, we're preparing, just so you know. How are we preparing? A lot of people are buying land and we're trying to create sacred space so that we can actually plant the food forest and the homes from the ground up. By the way, if you want to get to know who I am and what I do, I will be with my boots on the ground. I'm not going to tell you the date. It's right now, though. I'm going to just say this. I am being asked with my boots on the ground. There are a tremendous amount of properties that I already traveled to. I worked on the properties. I chopped the wood. I carried the water. I have relations with people over decades worth of time that are influential, powerful leaders. Many of these leaders are so powerful that you don't know who they are. See that smile? It's like, nah. The reason why you don't know who they are is because they're the real deals, but they are behind the scenes and they're doing a massive amount of work. And I'm one of the light workers that's being asked to get up, pack it up in this apartment. I'll be out of here in 30 days. And they're asking me to go on the road, and they're asking me to go where the elders are. And they're asking me to meet up with all of the other visionaries who have a piece of the blueprint. And many of us are meeting behind the scenes. We have been for years. That means I build medicine wheels where nobody even knows that I have. I don't go live. I don't show people what I'm doing. So there's a lot of things that people don't know about what I do every day and what many of us do every day. But many of us are being led to actually pack it up. We are leaving our houses. We don't exactly know where we're going because in order for us to be protected, we do not know where we're going. We have no clue. But God knows that when the moment is right, I'll be leaving my house and I'll be going to one of those lands. And as soon as my boots hit the ground, yo, that's all I'm saying is, yo, there are groups, hundreds, thousands of people who know me who can't wait for us to go, yo, and they'll come fucking running because we're the only ones that actually have these lands that have been being set up 10, 20 years ago. And nobody that is on the public arena of Facebook or anything knows where any of those places are. You can't even tap into my head and get it. Not even. And so everything's locked down and it's protected. And we are protected from our own selves and what we know. That means no more suffering is going to happen for people emerging and speaking the truth and doing the right thing. Unless you want to get attacked, you won't get attacked. Unless you allow other people to believe that you will get attacked, you will not get attacked. If you get attacked, you have all the power right now to call them out, to throw the monkey wrench straight to the fire and burn that shit straight to the ground. Anybody who crosses any boundaries are going to have to pay the high toll price of crossing that boundary, because right now the boundaries have been placed. And if anybody crosses them, they've already been warned by Great Creator. And I was told that's how we birthed the new earth, is that nobody can undo what we already did. It's done. It's done. The new earth is here. Right. And I was told that in the future, and I think it's going to be within the next 1 year that we have a complete change. And then from here until 2030, which one of the natives that is running the whole prophecy thing is trying to push everybody to having a solution by 2030. It's an agenda, but it's not a bad agenda. It's an agenda for us to get our shit together. You know, so the person wasn't bad that put that there. The person that had that placed there was listening to Great Creator. And sometimes people who are not stepping into their leadership gave men like this or women an opportunity to say, hey guys, I think we should do this. And if everybody's following them, at this point, we need to question who everybody is following, because you need to follow your higher guidance and not another man or woman outside of yourself. So when I say some things are corrupt, I don't mean run away from all the corruption. Call everything out and clean it up, and don't run away from your brothers and sisters. Let's walk with them hand in hand and clean it up. Let's not run.
Yeah.
Let's clean it up.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying, that the natives and the non-natives leaders, they all know what I'm about to say. We're supposed to go on a great purification together. And I'm asking all of the leaders, can you guys set it up so that little groups of 10 or 20 of us can come to the land, and you could take us through the sweat lodge and the medicine wheel, and take us through the body, mind, heart, and soul, through all of the elements. Let's cleanse using the breath, the air. Let's sit in silence. Let's purify and get blessed by the water. Let's work with the fire. Let's pray together. Let's actually detox and let's let go of all the toxins
Oh
and
yeah.
do a real detoxification together for 40
Yeah.
days, 40 nights. And then let's go through a healing after 40 days and 40 nights of purifying from body, mind, heart, and soul. I was told that we can go into talking circles and start to clean everything the fuck up. We're at war right now with so
Yeah.
many people that crossed us. So many of my brothers and sisters have been at war with me, and I've been at war with them for things that they've done, that we've done and said to each other that is harmful. So God wants us to clean it up.
Oh yeah.
How are you going to work with me and build a medicine wheel with me if you think that I'm corrupt? That's not cool. That's not a good medicine wheel. That's not going to be one made with love and light. If you think I'm corrupt, why are you working with me? Right? And if you think that you're so the light and you're working with the corruption, what are you doing to end it? If you're not saying anything, if you're just being silent, what are you doing to transmute that? Because if nobody calls out the darkness because they're afraid, the darkness will just keep going. So I'm just saying we have to clean up our mess. And I think the only way that we can clean it up is if we go into silence together. I've done a Kapasana where I've went into silence for 2 weeks with other visionaries where we woke up at 4:30 in the morning like a boot camp and we went through silent meditation, qigong, yoga, meditation, different forms of meditation, and we purified our body, mind, heart, and soul. We all went through the darkest night of our soul. Some of us died and came back. That's what happens when you go into silence in Maui on a sacred land with no shoes, no technology, just vegan farm to table Maui food, superfoods. That's the only thing we were allowed to eat and drink water. So
Smart.
we purified. Are you guys going to? Because that was only once. I need to do that another 7 times.
Yeah, I did a parasite cleanse and everything, and I know the Hopi prophecies. I mean, they talk about cobwebs in the sky, which didn't make any sense to me until the chemtrails happened.
The chemical
So,
trend and the
so like,
airplanes too.
but all of them are
Mm-hmm.
at the end of the game. The script. They call it scripture, but it's actually a script. And Gadriel is very smart and the master of the script. Vatican is Vatiscan in Latin. That's how they hide the truth and pray. They can tell you the truth, but they use language to create a barrier. That way they're saying the truth. Vatican means divining serpent. The divining serpent is Gadriel. Now you have a name, and you know whose God is his name.
It's so
And
interesting you're talking about God because recently I had a medicine man come to my door and say, "Hey, I just want to tell you, there's no such thing as God. There's no man sitting in the sky. So quit, fucking stop."
yeah, he's in the ground. He's on the ground. He's a freaking snake. But he used to be a divine, beautiful, majestic,
Is a real God in
brilliant.
the Bible. That's what I didn't know.
He
So
was, yeah, he was beautiful, and the
he's still
Creator just adored him. In the Quran, he was made with smokeless fire, which is how he was able to beat a flame in the bush without burning it.
you know what's really cool is that you're sharing all this information. And what God told me recently was everybody doesn't know the truth. And if you all believe in untruth, which is a belief system that is in place, if you all follow a belief system that is untrue, you'll never know the truth because you're never
Yeah,
questioning what
yeah,
is the real truth. And what I want, and this is what Source is saying. So that might be God, but it's Source. That means we're all connected to one living organism that brought our light into existence here on earth. And that's what I refer to as God. And Source told me that the truth is revealing itself. And what we
yes,
want humanity to do is to question their belief system.
yes,
What they
all of them.
believe isn't true. And you're talking about the religions and
Yeah. Well,
God.
Gadriel, well,
Yeah, God.
Gadriel is so brilliant. He put truth and lies in every religion, and it was only the Creator alone that showed me the truth in lies in the Quran, and the truth and lies in the Bible. And it was heartbreaking because I know that's the entire world that are being misled, abused through lies.
Yeah.
Like the Quran says that in a cradle, uh, and they all refer to Jesus. That's how I know, because his name is
They
Yahuwah,
all
Yehu,
do. All,
Yahusha. Yeah,
yeah.
and they all erased ruach, which is a feminine noun. So I knew that's where it all came together. Like he's involved in all of them, and he hides the truth and the lies together. Like in the Quran, Jesus spoke as a baby, and they quote him as a baby in a crib, speaking like a wise man. So there's so many different things that he hides, and like Vatican, like I said, hiding in a different language and getting everyone to say God and getting everyone to say Amen with Amen Ra, which is an Anunnaki, lower level Anunnaki
That's what
who
really
was digging the Euphrates River. He was low level, so it's like the rainbow. It's like spitting on the creator. It's like, patchouli. And that's what Gadriel is doing. That's what Gadriel wants. This is why the Jews, have contempt for the Christians, because they're praying to Mary and Joseph and Jesus.
we
And
all think that we're all praying wrong, but is there any one way to pray? I don't think so.
the thing is, people are saying, well, it's intent. That's all that matters. And I say, no, what you speak, the words are the power. When you say, I love you, that has power. When you say thank you, amen, you're invoking amen. When you're saying God, you're invoking God, even though your intent isn't to pray to the serpent. You have been trained. Even I say that. I say God all the time, and I know it's not. But even knowing the truth doesn't stop you from saying it, because we have been programmed and brainwashed by our churches. And don't hate the ministers and the priests, because they are trained. They go to school, and they say, this is the truth, the word of God. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is what you teach. You
And
know,
this
and
went
so
wrong
there's so
all over.
they're victims of it too. So,
Yeah.
and there's how Gadriel is so brilliant. You know, I
Do you?
see his
Oh,
brilliance.
why do you think one being would come here to make so much division? Is there a purpose
He
for
was forced here. This is his punishment
why?
for his arrogance and for his ego. But him and the creator are very close. They know each other very well. They in Job, they were back and forth, back and forth. Who loves me more than Job? And they were playing a game with his life, and it really bothered me. And even the churches are misinterpreting what they're doing. They're having a game with Job's life over who loves me, and they're still playing that game for mankind. But Gadriel is in charge here. He's the God of this world. That's what Yahusha said to us. He's the God of this world. And I'm saying, yes, he is the God of this world. But he uses sorcery. So the truth is mixed with the lies. And only, a real faith. I think he actually respects my faith, because believe it or not, he loves his father. He doesn't think we are worthy of the creator. And I think in a lot of cases that might be true, but he didn't help us to find the creator. He gave us a maze to prove. Seek and you shall find. He gives us hints. If you really want the Father, this is what you have to do. Never take the Lord's name in vain. He's the God of this world, and he's the Ten Commandments made of
Right.
fire, smokeless fire that doesn't burn. He's like a jinn that could go through walls. He's not physical. You can't shake his hand. He's a higher. He's majestic. He's divine. He's the son of the creator. But he's on a whole different level than us. And even though he's being punished here, he's still in charge.
He's
The
still
creator, the creator can pull the rug from under him at any point in time. But the creator is involved in this. The creator wants us to struggle. The creator wants us to prove our love and prove our devotion, and to prove that we are willing to go through the cracks and the hard places to find him. And that's what I did. I went through the cracks. I said, this book is lying to me. And I went to the original, and my gut was right. They did lie to us. And I knew that I was alone at that point. I knew that there was no priest, there was no one I was alone because I realized that everyone is trapped.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, at this point, for a lot of us, because we're all wanting to emerge and build the new earth. So I would like to let everybody know there are some visionaries that are really wanting to just listen. We're kind of sick of everything, and we just want to start building. So I do know some people that actually have been building from the ground up, not just one house, two house, three house, four, dozens, and they've done it for free with their two hands and the dirt on the earth. And we do this for the veterans up in Taos County. And so I want to give a shout out to the veterans off grid and to Ryan Timmerman. But if there's any way that we could actually kick off from all of our conversations, the opportunity for us to take action and actually start building homes from the ground up that are earth ships and earthen permaculture using solar. What we really need to be concerned of is how we allowed ourselves to get so separate from Mother Earth. And as the founder of Crystal Nations Collective, as I'm definitely building medicine wheels all around North America, because this is part of the prophecy, I'm asking all of the visionaries and the beings, humans, whether you're part of what we do or not, it doesn't matter. Today's the day that does matter. And what we're going to be asking in the future is for many beings to come down and to build with us and to learn how we do what we do and go take these blueprints to build the new earth back in your home and city and country. I do know that it takes many hands to build an earth ship. And since I have the man and the woman and the people all up in Taos County, and we're all working together, I would love to formulate some groups that would want to come to New Mexico, not at the same time, at different times. And it's going to take a group of us to get these people to come into New Mexico, because we're the ones that have the land and the housing where we can come together. We need people that would help and cook for the builders, morning, noon, and night. And we need men and women and the children to also be present. And we want, some adults that would help with the children that are on the land, and to have some adults that would help with the animals, because everywhere we go, there will be animals, chickens, horses, goats, dogs, cats. And we need to make sure that basically we're building from the ground up in a sacred way. There is no one man or woman who's more holier than the other that has to be the one to clear the land. What needs to happen is we need to walk the land that we have and talk to the ancient ones, the holy ones, the ancestors, to Pachamama, the great creator, to your higher self and your guides, and ask, am I meant to be on this land? Am I welcome? And make an offering to the land. And also place your intention with the community. If you ever step onto anybody's land, before you actually get on that land, even if you were invited, you need to ask the ancestors, do I have permission to walk on this land? And sit down and be quiet and listen. God will show you many messages through the ethers, whether it's a song or a physical person or a message, directly or indirectly through dream time. You will receive the answer. Do I belong on that land? Am I welcome on that land? Is it in right alignment for me to walk on that land? Do I have karma do I have karma on this land? Am I going to get myself hurt if I go on this land without consciousness and awareness of why I'm not invited to this land? Because some of us are eternal. We've been here before. There could be karma from past lives. You really got to ask the ancient ones and the holy ones of every land that you go to, do I have permission? And then listen, do I have permission to work with this group? Do I have permission to work on this land? Do I have your permission to build this house? We're going to ask permission. And then it's not really about any one person being holier than thou above another. We need to start listening to our inner higher self and knowing, because no leader should tell you where to go and what to do. Who are they? They didn't spend the amount of years that you did in your body. We're ending the time of following gurus, but at the same time, we need teachers and leaders that are wisdom keepers that do know. Because see, the kid that's 20 that never built a sweat lodge, that's no shit from Shalo, we don't want him to run a sweat lodge, do we?
No.
We don't want the really pretty girl that everybody's following that knows how to flow with fire to be the woman that's actually building the medicine wheels and inviting us into prayer. And by the way, not even I build these medicine wheels. I'd like to say I'm more of a builder, but I am a conduit. But I also would like to say that I don't consider myself above anybody. Do you understand? That I would never just acknowledge the child that never built a wheel before. I believe sometimes their prayers are more powerful than mine.
Yeah, see, that's the beauty, is like we are in sync. We don't see ourselves above anyone.
No.
We really see like divinity is like across, it's equal, like level, like water. There's no one above. We're equal. We're equally valuable to the creator too. The creator wants us to find out everything, and wants us to seek the truth. And I think there's no more beautiful mission than that. And when this
Mhm.
when July starts, July to November, there's going to be a new series. This is a
Okay.
raising frequencies because of the timing. And so I don't know where we're going next. The creator kind of works funny like that with me. I just
Good.
know that there's a stage happening. It's a final stage, and whatever the creator, you know, pushes me in that direction, I'm gonna go for it. I follow instruction, and I believe my gut, and you have to trust your gut as well out
You
there.
It might have
Don't
something to
listen to
do
your head.
with healing, like the trauma within and knowing the
Yes,
truth within. It might have something to do with, well, how do you know what is true for you within you? Like, what's your truth? How do you
yeah,
decipher your truth and untruth so that that can help us unravel the layers of trauma and what would
yeah.
be healing for you? So we want to kind of hear uh, from all of the leaders around the globe and everybody around the globe about what helped them. I think that might be something to do with it, because
Yeah.
once you know how to raise the vibration, which is really great, that's like, in order for you to find out the truth, you better raise your vibration so that you can handle the truth. That's what Paul did.
Yes,
Yeah, is get
absolutely,
us
absolutely.
ready. Get us
And,
ready.
and
Yeah.
even cilantro can help you detox, and then you want to get rid of parasites and
Yes.
detox and forgive those who trespass against you. It's so important to
So
just say, I leave it in your hands,
how
creator.
to do that, Paul, like would be maybe another part of your series. Like, how do you forgive the people that hurt you? And also, I would love to, I'm not going to ask you to answer this question, but is it true that everything that happens to me in this lifetime I attract it? Or are we learning about that polarity and that duality to find out what our truth is? Because I'm still trying to find out the truth about that. I had a lot of light workers that told me, well, you attracted everything that happened to you. But then I have a
No,
hard time believing that a baby would ask
uh-uh.
for themselves to be raped or beat.
Yeah,
And
no,
and I
no.
think it's mistruth. Yeah.
No, the creator has, I had a lot of bad things happen to me as well. And I think our what we are. That's what happens. We have very deep hurt, painful, heavy burdens and painful experiences. But I think our Creator does that to make us who we are. Uh, they're not mistakes, and we don't attract it. It's a part of our preparation to what is coming. I think we have a big role, and I know all of the authority is going to be replaced. So we have to be prepared to take over.
So excited.
Become the teachers, to become the leaders. A leader will not promote war. He will not say Russia's our enemy. He will not make you take a vaccine. He will look at the ingredients and say, "Get out of here." Just, you can heal your own teeth with vitamin D, vitamin A, and vitamin K, and your teeth will heal themselves. And nobody tells you that.
So
Dentists won't
sensible.
tell you that. The cavities will disappear. Vitamin K, A, and D. That's
I
it.
heard, I heard, and did you hear about this hospital in Mexico in Tijuana for $25,000 and 5 days? They can actually heal any disease or cancer or reverse any kind of bone degenerative disease to dementia, cancer, like diabetes, teeth. So if they have stem cell surgery, I don't even know what that's all about. I didn't do research. I have no idea what it is. But I'm like, what is that? Is that the med beds that they're talking about that we're going to be able to jump on and get healed miraculously? I was told that if we want to live a couple of 100 years, a lot of us will start to, because people already started to live till 105 and 10 regularly right now. There's a lot of people living till 100 years old. And I was told that I'm going to die when I'm 111. And the reason why, and they said, if you want to live longer, let us know. We'll extend it. We'll do a review soon. It used to be that I was going to live till 89, but I'm 54 now. And I said, God, I haven't even purified my body yet, and I'm 54. And they said, don't worry. I said, God, I didn't even do anything yet. I have nothing. And they said, don't worry, Fran, everything that you've done, everything that you've all done, everything that you've all believed. Listen, all of you is a database, is research for the absolute transformation of earth, where you get out of hell that God's put us in. We're going to get out of hell in a handbasket, but that's only when we all take a shower and take a bath. Clean it up, people. And then once we do, I was told that we can all start. I think that what you're trying to prepare us for, that you're hearing from God yourself, is get the kids ready so that they don't freak out. And I think that that's why you were raising their vibration in your podcast, because I was told as a conduit a couple of years ago not to freak anybody out. So me and Paul are speaking so that we can avoid you having a hard time that's listening. Our point in actually speaking is to help you, okay? So nobody ever be afraid of what we're saying. But I will say that a couple of years ago, that some of the channels started to say that they can see people going crazy, especially when we have Neptune, one of the planets right now, in a very, it's in another sign that actually is bringing out the illusion, the delusions. And as people are starting to hear the truth, like, what if you believed your mother was your mother the whole life, and then somebody just told you that the woman down the road is really your mother? You might have a hard time dealing with that for a while, okay? Because of the lies, all of the memories that you had with this one woman and what you gave to her, and it wasn't even the truth, and the delusions that you believed that she was your mother, and then this person was your mother the whole time, and you had kind of signs that she may have been, but you avoided them. Oh my God. That is the psychosis that Paul and I and many of us light workers as whistleblowers are asking you all to avoid. We're asking you to start chipping away at the truth in your family. Oh shit, grandpa's really KKK. Yeah. Yeah, he's got a fucking KKK robe in his closet right now with blood on it from our African American brothers and sisters. You need to know the truth of who he is, because when we sit down at the table, you need to say, no, Papa,
Yep.
no. I love my African American brothers. I will never hurt them. That was wrong, Grandpa. And
Yep.
how many of you are questioning your grandparents and your parents because they're the authority? So that's what we're preparing you for. To know that a lot of people in the families actually signed off with the devil, and they actually wanted to compromise who they are and the family lineage because they wanted money, and they were scared, and they allowed some tyrant to compromise them out of fear. In any case, either humans fell to their demise because they were afraid or because they were ignorant. But so what are we going to do about those two things? But I want you to know that every time we're speaking, everybody's going to realize, oh, so all the vaccinations were poison. Okay, so they wanted to kill us all off. Okay, why did some of your family members not
But
die
not
that were vaccinated?
not to kill us though. It was a brilliant
No, it
Gadriel thing.
not all the
God,
shots with the vaccine in it. You
like
know that.
Gadriel knew to raise the standard tuning of music from 432 to 440. I mean, only Gadriel can know this shit. This isn't stuff we think about. This is not something we would do. The ingredients of the vaccine are just not something that we would consider. These poisons in our food, we would not consider. These aren't human ideas,
Right, they're
but
not.
they aren't to kill us. They are to prevent us from becoming,
Ah,
because we are so damn powerful, untouched. Like the
kind
unvaccinated
of balance it
children
out. Yeah,
right now
yeah.
are powerful.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
The unvaccinated, untouched children
Oh,
are
yes,
very powerful right now. So
yes.
they are a threat. There are children that are saying things to the mother, like a child saying to the mother, 4 year old, "How did we communicate in your womb?" And the mother said, "Well, um, I guess our my heart was spoke to your heart." And the daughter said, "No, I think it was my soul talking to your soul." So she first
Wow.
of all, there's no way she would know the word womb and soul, yet. She's only 4. So she freaked her mother out, but she also revealed in this story, it revealed to me that, yeah, that's because she wasn't vaccinated, and this is what we are supposed to be. So, what was denied from mankind, from you and I, is going to be restored, and we will be so powerful. We will do greater things than Yahusha.
I
He
don't
said
know
it.
how that's
He
going to be,
said
but
it because it's true.
I believe it.
He said it, and it's true. And that's what you should be excited about, even though things seem dark, even at the worst of it. That's when it's going to happen. That's when the Creator's going to say, and the apocalypse is where everyone's going to know the truth. And we're just helping you by giving you little bits and pieces.
And
And
we don't know the timeline of when that's actually going to
no,
happen. And that's why
no,
all of us have to do our best to
yep,
be who we are right now.
yes,
Because I'm thinking, I know what the prophecy is. I know what is supposed to happen in the future. And I'm like, how is that all going to happen? How are we going to get there? And Spirit
yep,
said it might not be in your lifetime. I said, bullshit. It's 144 right now. I said, no way.
yeah.
Is it not going to happen in my lifetime? What do you mean? I came here for that. What do you mean? No, 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 no. That's unacceptable. It needs to happen in my lifetime. We got at least, I'll be here for 111. It has to happen within
It's
that time.
going to.
So it's
It
going to
is. It's
good.
very exciting.
More of us
But
that believe this can make it happen.
so I hope you will join me in the next stage,
Yes, I
July
will.
to November, because I'm
I,
excited.
me too.
This was a hard part, the March to July. This has been very difficult. And tomorrow, the rising of the strawberry moon and a new month. You
Yes.
see, Vatican took our months, our 13 months, the clock of the Creator, and it was the Vatican. The Vatican's not a holy place. It is run by the divining serpent. He's called the divining serpent, Vatican, because he's the son of the Creator. He's still, even as bad as he is, he's also an accuser. Satan is an accuser because he doesn't feel like we're good enough. and he didn't want to bow down to us. But we are also a creation,
Right.
even though we've been modified, and that's by other, we'll be able to find a
You just broke a lot.
exciting because um,
You kind of broke up a little bit there. Are you still there? I hear the music. I will say that I will join you in July, and that it's been a pleasure to have Paul Everton being a part of the Truth Table and bringing this to the people by the people because we are the people. He's very excited about the next um, session that he's going to start in July. So if you want to be a speaker, please connect with him. And we're just going to say thank you to everybody.
it looks
Right?
like we're still.
There you are again. Okay, so I was just closing you up because we couldn't hear you. So I want to reintegrate what you didn't hear. If you want to be a speaker on Paul Everton's podcast starting in July, he's going to start with the next theme, and he will probably announce it. But right, you want to invite people. Let's let you and close this out in the right way. Yeah,
Am I back now?
you are back now.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Gadrio's very upset, but I think Gadrio respects me because I love his father, and I'm humble, and
You are.
I respect his father by not praying to him. So this is what he wants us all to do. He people see him as the enemy, but he is a catalyst. You know,
Like Trump.
and he's just one of many, 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 many creations of the Creator. The Creator didn't stop here. And
Right.
the Elohim, they're his creation too. So we're all relative. We're all related. We're all the waters. We're all connected with Elohim, Gadriel. We all have a purpose. We all have a divine purpose and a mission that is finally going to come to a new beginning, a restoration. Oh my God, I can't wait. I
I
get
can't wait.
goosebumps thinking about it. But we're in the final step starting July and November, and I hope you will join me during that process. Um, I look forward to it, finding out what it's going to be, because I don't know yet, but I know something's going to happen. It may
Absolutely.
just be incorporated. It could be a new series, or it could just be incorporated in the Truth Table. But I see the Truth Table ending in November, so that's just my vision. That's my gut. Is it's going to be over. You won't need the Truth Table anymore. You're gonna know.
I have a great feeling. And, we're coming together in ceremony, a lot of us leaders this fall. And we're hoping that when we come into the sacred circle and we say our prayers and put the tobacco down, that based on the prophecies, all of us that are doing that in the medicine wheels are asking for truth, justice, and respect. So if you want to build medicine wheels, you should contact me on Facebook underneath Francine DeGiorgio. And I am onboarding the New Earth visionaries that are the ones that are holders of the blueprint. It takes many of us hands to organize how we're going to birth the new earth, with building cob houses, to planting the food forest, to building the medicine wheels, to building the lodges, to bringing us into ceremony with meditation, yoga, qigong. We're asking for all the leaders of the world to come together and to formulate little small groups, because we are going to start to purify. And the next job for all of you is to think of, how can I on my land invite 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 people where we can actually have some indigenous and non-indigenous leaders that can bring us in through the great purification. This isn't a secret anymore. I didn't write a book, and I didn't actually monetize on what I just said, okay? Because I'm not trying to make money off of the medicine wheels here. And that's a water wheel that I'm sitting in Frenchie's Park. I had to take that medicine wheel apart, and we now have an 8-spoked star wheel And I'll be inviting a lot of people to come to Santa Fe, New Mexico, because the grandmothers, the 13 indigenous grandmothers, will be gathering in November. Even though some of those grandmothers might not like me, I love them and we all love each other. And they are good with us coming together. And I'm going to do something on their behalf, which is having a big medicine wheel ceremony in Santa Fe right around when they come, right before they come. We're going to open up the portal to invite all the wisdom keepers to come in. So if you would like to help me with the next part of the build of this medicine wheel that you're looking at, I'm going to be taking that's what it looks like now. And what I need for this wheel is we need to go rock hounding one more time. We're going to get the lithium stones that we were talking about. That is right here. We got to go get the lepidolite, and we're going to actually put lepidolite on the outside of the whole medicine wheel. And then the center of it is going to be a heart, and the heart is made out of lepidolite, which we made in Taos, New Mexico in 2018. The collective birthed what Sun Bear spoke about. So Sun Bear was the man who wrote Dancing with the Wheel. If you want to know more about medicine wheels and how they're made and what they represent, please buy, I'll show you the book. Hold on. I got to show it to you. Oh, darn it. I don't have it right here. Wait, where did it go? It doesn't matter. It's by Waboon. It's by Waboon Wind, Wabun Wind. That's the grandmother, and Sun Bear. And basically, what I'm sharing with everybody right now is that it's not all about me. It's about we. And I'm not in charge of the medicine wheels being built. And that it's up to all of us to build the medicine wheels. And that's only
we
one.
all have our part. We're like an ant colony.
And I'm just
work together.
Yeah, I'm just doing this little part over here. And however you do it where you're living is beautiful and great. If you would like instructions, what I'm going to start doing is teaching about the medicine wheel, because this is my life work, and we'll do retreats and we'll invite people to come. I'll take you guys through all of the parts with the sacred people. I know I'm only one person, but there's so many of us. So we're all getting ready to come together. I look forward to July, to the next series that Paul's putting on of the Truth Table, because I do believe that as he's gathering us and many others are doing this work, you know, Jesse James did this work for a long time. What's Jesse's last name? No, Howe. Jesse Howe. Yep. He did this for a long time, and then they stopped him. He was the missing link. So kind of Paul stepped in and took on what he couldn't finish. And this is how we all have a piece to the puzzle.
Yes, all divine.
Yeah.
We have a divine mission. What a beautiful, beautiful thing to be a part of, you know. And I'm glad. I look forward to what's coming. And hopefully we can help everyone prepare and strengthen and empower your prayer and your connection with the Creator and to each other. And on that note, thank you so much. It's almost 3 hours I've been to this one, but I appreciate you. And I will let you know when, if I'm off Facebook, I'm going to try to keep Messenger, so I will still be accessible. Also, and if you want to keep in touch with me, just message me. I have email as well, just in case I'm booted off Facebook. I have 24 hours to comply, and I'm unable to do their verification. So thank you at home for joining us. Thank you, Francine, for joining me. I wish you all a great day and a beautiful strawberry moon tomorrow. May we rise with that moon. A beautiful strawberry for at the beginning of the next stage and final stage to end the 186-year cycle for mankind. Thank you for joining me at the Truth Table.
Thank you.
And thank you at home for joining me. And I'm not in a suit and tie this time. And this Raising Frequency has come to an end, and I hope it's been helpful. And do check out the series. It's on YouTube, on a playlist, Raising Frequency, and watch all of them and be empowered and find out different ways to raise people, yourself, and others around you. On that note, have a great day.